Oh, hello, I did not see you there. My name is Gwen. Let's go for a walk. Just to let you know, my slave that is filming me is Carly Going. She belongs to the class of AP Biology with Sir Bradley. Whatever that means. I am a chiweenie. But what is a chiweenie? Chiweenies are mystical creatures that are formed when you mix a chihuahua and a wiener dog together. Essentially, I am the best mutt around. Anyway, since I am a dog, I belong to Canis lupus familiaris. Do you know what that means? Of course you don't, you are an inferior human. It is my binomial nomenclature. Together it forms to mean domesticated wolf dog. That's right, I'm pretty much a wolf. So, you should fear me. Anyway, today let's focus on the part of me that is wiener dog, or more formally known as a dachshund. Us dachshunds originated in Germany hundreds of years ago. This explains why our names are spelled so weird. Seriously, no wonder people just call us wiener dogs. My breed's purpose was to hunt badgers. Thought's right, them scary rats on steroids, yeah, we killed them. In German, Dachs means badger and Hund means dog, so Dachshund equals badger dog. Anyway, Germany's environment could get pretty cold, so my ancestors' coats were a little thicker. And many of us had wire coats so we were protected against those nasty burrs and thorns in the fields. But smooth-haired dachshunds probably was the original dachshunds. And the long hairs were either a result of mutation or of crossbreeding. The long coats were thought unsuitable for groundwork so were used as bird dogs. In other words, they were a bunch of pretty pansies. Anyway, back to me and my body. Don't get too excited, I'm not talking the birds and bees, well at least not yet. Ha 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 ha. Now, we are gonna talk about my gorgeous body structure. My short legs allowed my grandpappies to burrow deep and retrieve dinner. Yummy. I'm talking badgers or anything else living down there. My tail is sturdy enough and extends straight out from my spine. This provided a hunter the ability to retrieve the burrowing dog if things got too rough. My paws are pretty big too, this way I could dig deep. You may look at me and think I'm fat, that I have a bunch of rolls. Well, you are wrong once again, stupid human. I may have had one too many cookies, but my skin is supposed to be loose. That way it won't tear off if I decide to go tunnel down into a tight burrow. I also have a deep chest that allows enough lung capacity for when I go hunting. And my nose is long to increase the area that absorbs odors. And we have amazingly low barks so the humans could locate the dachshund that has gone down a hole after prey. And not to be a bragger or anything, but just ask anyone who has ever owned a dachshund and walked it on a leash, we are super strong. Yep, we are like midget Hulk Hogan's. We are extremely strong in both bone and muscle and we can achieve speeds you would not imagine a dog with such short legs could. Which makes sense since we chased after deer and boar as we were hunting in packs. Just imagine that, 10 little me, chasing you down and eating you. Ah, that would be heavenly. Oh, back to talking about my species. Dogs evolved directly from the timber wolf somewhere around 15,000 years ago. And, of course, wolves are carnivores. So we obtain our energy by killing prey and devouring it. We do not have flat teeth. We have narrow pointy teeth. And dogs cannot chew from side to side. Their jaws can only move in and up and down, chop chop motion. It is the perfect combination for cutting meat into smaller chunks. I love me some rabbit, fox, or maybe even some deer if I can get one down. Since I am a small breed, I have extremely high metabolic rates and can burn through a meal in just a matter of hours. Because of this, I need to take in more calories per pound than large dogs. And my ancestors' metabolism would slow in the colder months, so they didn't need as much. Because hunting is hard work. Badgers are nasty buggers and deers are fricking fast. So they have to save their energy for those activities alone. Now, let's talk about thermoregulation. Another unnecessarily long word created by you idiots. It is in regards to homeostasis. Us dogs are regulators and endotherms. Since us dogs are too pristine to leak that vile stuff you call sweat, we have to cool off in other ways. We have a perfect solution called panting. The major blood vessels in our heads run close to the surface of our noses, so the fresh air cools the blood in our noses which circulates through the body, and then the warm air is exhaled through our mouths. Many dogs' coats thicken as winter comes, to prepare for the cold. I have no clue how you humans do it, since you are like giant naked mole rats. But anyway, the original dachshunds were bigger not only for hunting but also to more easily maintain core body temperature. A trait that had diminished over the years, because you stupid humans decided you wanted to keep us in your stupid houses. Either way, you can't take away our fixed action patterns. If a male dog smells a rival dog's urine, he automatically lifts his leg to mark, even if he doesn't have any pee left. And when we do our ritual of circling around before sitting, that you humans think is so funny. We are doing that ancestral behavior because we used to push down grass to scare off any snakes or creepy crawlies. Other examples are when we guard our precious food, stalk our prey like lizards, bark at the mailman who is an intruder in our homes, and chasing and biting moving objects. So don't laugh next time you see us do this, because they are sacred actions bestowed upon us by our ancestors. Oh yeah, by the way, we didn't migrate much either. Our packs would travel some, while hunting, but generally stayed in the same place. We aren't those dumb flying creatures, we stay where there is food. Since I do live in a human's house and not the wild, the rules are a little different. At first I hated the cat vermin that lived here, and believed they were my arch enemies. However, I've learned they aren't so bad and decided I could spare their lives. This is because of habituation. Another thing in a domesticated dog's lives is imprinting. I had a rough life growing up, taken from my mom and pop. I was never really able to imprint much on them. I should have bonded with my mom and learned her smell within the first 24 hours of life. Then between 3 and 8 weeks my dad should have taught me how to interact with other dogs. I was then abused and neglected. And between the 8 to 10 week mark of puppyhood, puppies are very susceptible to fear-producing experiences which may have lasting effects. I was adopted though by my current slaves who are great to me. But I still hoard food and toys and get scared when my name is called sometimes. But it's whatever, I still turned out pretty dang good. And I'm super smart. See, us dogs have what's called spatial learning, so you might try to get rid of us but we'd find our way home by the cognitive maps we form in our heads. We also learn real quick from experience. This is called associative learning. For example, if my human goes to the kitchen and I hear the sound of my kibbles bag open, I know it's time for some grub. Lastly, let's talk about what you've all been waiting for, the late night kind of stuff. Oh yeah, I'm talking about mating. CS dogs are very promiscuous and polygamous. For real, the boys are so desperate they mate with anything that moves. So watch out if you have nice legs. Because those dogs ain't picky about who or what they do it with either. Anyway, I'm tired of explaining my superior species to you dumb humans. I am going to sleep now. Goodbye.